Okay, so I'm going to present you with several different voter scenarios. I will read the scenario, give you a moment or two to come up with an idea of if this person is eligible to vote in this year's election, and you must kind of be able to tell yourself why or why not, and then I'll give you the answer. So Tammy has just moved to Atlanta from Houston, Texas. It is the day before the election, and she has decided that she wants to vote in this year's presidential election. Can she vote in this year's election? Why or why not? No, she cannot vote in this year's election because she must register 30 days prior to the election. And the only way she would be able to do that is if she were to have registered 30 days prior to the election. And since it says the day before she decides she wants to do that, my guess is going to be she has not registered yet. Voter scenario 2. Adam has lived in Conyers for a year and a half and loves getting involved in local politics. He has proof of residency proving that he is a legal resident of Georgia. However, Adam never changed his driver's license from his home state of New York. The election is next week. Can he vote in the election? Why or why not? He may have proof of residency, but you do have to have a current so he has proof of residency. He has a valid ID to show that he is who he is, but it's not from Georgia. But that, again, that doesn't matter. So he should be able to vote as long as he's registered because he can show something that proves he's from Georgia. He has something to prove who he is, and that should make him eligible to vote in Georgia as long as he's registered here. Sam has just been released from prison for robbery, a felony crime. He is not on probation and is anxious to find a job and get on with his life. His friends are encouraging him to vote for Senator Barack Obama for president. Sam is hesitant because he doesn't know if he is eligible to vote. Can he vote in the election? Why or why not? As long as he was registered prior to going into prison, and he's registered where his current residence is, he's registered to vote in that area, then Sam is eligible to vote. He's not in prison anymore. He's not on probation. And again, it just goes back to at least as long as he's registered. Tasha just received a speeding ticket in DeKalb County. She's never been in trouble with the law before and is nervous that the speeding ticket will go on her record. Can she vote in the election? Why or why not? Yes, she can vote as long as she's a registered voter, she can vote. Speeding tickets do not prohibit you from being able to vote. Jake's 18th birthday is on Friday, the Friday before the election. He really likes John McCain and wants to help him win the presidency. Can he vote in the election? Why or why not? Yes, he can vote in the election because you can register prior to turning 18 if you're going to be 18 by the time the election happens. So as long as he's gone to register, he will be able to vote. Renee currently lives in Covington, Georgia, which is in Newton County, but she is still registered to vote in Cobb County. The election is 3 weeks away. Can she vote in the election? Why or why not? She can go back to Cobb County and vote, but she can't vote in Covington because she hasn't registered there. And it's too close to the election. It's only 3 weeks. She's got to do it 30 days. Tony has suffered from many mental disabilities most of his life. He works at the local grocery store and owns his own home. The neighborhood kids even call him the crazy man because he sits on his front porch and whispers to himself. He is registered to vote. Can he vote in the election? Why or why not? can vote in the election as long as a judge has not declared him mentally incompetent and ineligible to vote. Dr. Smith is what some call a mad scientist. He is a genius in the sciences and has even come close to discovering a cure for cancer. He is a celebrated doctor and scientist. Unfortunately, last year, Dr. Smith was committed to a mental institution by a judge due to mental distress he suffered after the death of his cat. Can he vote in the election? Why or why not? No, because he has been declared mentally incompetent and is in a mental institution. He cannot vote. Okay, hopefully you did okay with those voter scenarios. Again, if you have any questions about anything regarding foundations of government, be sure to look at your confidence statement, see how confident you feel, review your notes, ask the teacher for questions and clarification, and then you need to take your formative. This is a paper and pencil formative. There is nothing online because I want you to be able to have these formatives back so you can use them to help you review for when you take your test.